Well, welcome everybody to our Monday night call on November 22nd. Thank you guys all so much for coming out tonight. I know it's been a busy day already for those who are in the Align group, and then we have our Motivation Monday, and then you have probably some other team things going on. So Monday, I love Mondays because it is a busy day for me just because I'm getting my mind into the week. And but they always say that people in motion are people in action. So I always go to bed feeling like I had a really purposeful filled day on Mondays. And it just kind of sets the tone. That's how my mind works, is Mondays is my beginning day again for the week. And so everybody has their own routine. But first of all, I want to say we're going to do a draw also at the end. Stella's going to do that for us. And I have two just fun little draws just to kind of keep things fun and engaging while we're going through the meeting. But first of all, for our BC team, I know that they've been hit hard with the floods, and there's a lot of hardships coming from BC, especially the Merritt area and surrounding from that flood. So I know that we have several from BC on our team. I just want to let you guys all know that from us to your teams, because I know that we've had, I think, about 37 just on Monique's team alone from the Merritt area. So that's quite impactful of, people and their mindset, their hearts, and a lot of devastation there. So we're just really upholding everybody in prayer and sending out good wishes for everybody that things will get sorted out, but it will definitely take some time from the pictures for sure. But if there's anything that I can do to help out, I know we've already been kind of talking back and forth. Monique's kept me in the loop of a lot of things, but just to help out in any way that we can, we're always here as a team, because that's what we do, right? So also, I had another message today from another team member because I saw she had a credit card decline. So I just reached out to her and just like, hey girl, I saw that your credit card was declined. Just wanted to let you know in case you didn't see that. And she said that she had a prepaid card on her account, and that prepaid cards are going out of commission. I think she said it was December 31st. So have you guys heard anything about that? And she didn't know why. And I said, is it just your card? And she said, no, I think it's all prepaid cards. So I'll have to do some looking into that. But definitely, if you see credit card declines on your back office, give them a reach out. In her case, she said, can I use PayPal? And I was like, absolutely. So she went ahead and put her order in. So there's other options for people for sure. But it's well worth reaching out about those credit card declines because for one thing, it keeps their products coming to them. Life gets busy. They might not know they have the credit card decline on. And then also, it just keeps our business generating too and helps them out. Okay, so let's start at the top of the list as far as kind of like what's going on from now until, I guess, Leaders Retreat into March. There's a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. Like Bob and I were just talking before the meeting, and I was like, this is getting really busy. Like pre-COVID, like as we were going through COVID, everything just kind of seemed to come to a stall, and now we can feel that nice fun momentum happening. Like I said, momentum creates action, and action creates momentum, and a person in motion is getting a lot of things done. So I'm really excited about from now until the new year, and then going into the new year is always so exciting because from January till April is our busy season with weight loss and goals and all that sort of thing. So how do we capitalize upon that right now? And starting at the top of the list, I just got everybody that I knew of added to the Healthy Holiday Habits Reset. So those who asked to be part of that are now in that group. You can now start adding your people who have given permission to be added, and use that as a landing spot of how to share things and invite people to other things to finish up November strong. Okay, so it's only a 14-day challenge, but the prizes that they have in this challenge, because we've got probably about 25 jewels who have all come together, and we've raised over $6,100. So there's a lot of money on the table to be given out within that 2-week period, and we're just super excited to get that into the hands of everybody. And it's as easy as just reaching out to somebody and just saying, hey, listen, do you want to be part of this amazing challenge with me? You know the drill, because we've done these over and over again. So it's kind of the same thing, but yet a new challenge is beginning. So it's beginning on December 3rd. If you haven't shared your before and after picture, yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if we're allowed to ask questions right now.
Absolutely.
But I'm just wondering, okay, so is this just for new people, or can we add people from our team? Can they win prizes too, like other ambassadors? And okay.
Yep, it's open for everybody. What I love about the challenges, case in point, I have a girl on my level 1. I reached out for this previous challenge that we're still I think it's just ending up now. And she is loving it for the product information. And then I have another new girl. She's going into the next challenge. She's an ambassador. She's been with me. I think this is going on her 3rd month. And she's just like, I just want to learn more. So I'm like, perfect, you're already qualified. So let's get you in there. So they don't even, for our existing team or new VIPs that have already purchased their welcome pack or 100 PV, they're already qualified. So I think it's a great reach out for those people just to let them know, hey, you don't have to do anything. You're already qualified, but how about you join this challenge? This is what you have the potential to earn, and all the product information. So it's not like everybody's a sale all the time, right? It's we're giving value to somebody too and saying, I just thought of you, you might really be interested in this, because community is so important. And that's also helps with our retention too, right? So the more information you can give them, the more longer they're on the products, the more likelihood that they're going to stay with you, especially outside of that 3-month window, which I like to keep people 3 months. They know that anyways when they join me, because I always say, now you have to stay on it for 3 months. So like they know that right up front. So it's just another thing to keep them going, right? So if you haven't did a post about either your health or your weight loss, because this is a healthy habits challenge. It's not necessarily about weight loss. If you're like, I don't have a before and after picture, but you're seeing energy, sleep, great moods. Those are huge, huge things for people to know about, because especially this time as we're going into the holiday season, people are under stress, maybe not sleeping well, that all of that sort of thing. Mamas are staying up a little extra later, trying to squeeze in some extra things during their day. So everybody can use extra energy, great sleep to get themselves through the day. Right? So just focus on that if you haven't put a before and after picture up. But then if you do have a before and after picture, it's a great time to focus on the weight loss aspect of things too. And don't just do it one time, do it multiple times through the week. You can switch up the picture, do something different, but kind of keep that healthy habits in the forefront, because we have over the next next 4 days before somebody could place their order and still have the product ready to go on December 3rd. But even if they're a little bit late getting into the group, they still can get into the group as long as they qualify by the end of November. Okay. And then also we have Black Friday coming up this week, and Cyber Monday. We already know what's on the table, and it's going to be fun. And so again, another thing I was thinking about, okay, we got all this stuff kind of coming together at one time, the healthy habits and then the Black Friday Cyber. You don't want to kind of like overwhelm people with so much coming together. But I thought what you can do is do a post saying, hey, do you want to get on my special VIP list? I put this on the team page. I can also put it in the comments here in just a second, but basically it's a post. Helen Blinn Reed just did one, and it was fabulous because she did a picture that caught people's attention. She had these funky glasses on, like just looking like the bomb. And so she said, do you want to get on my VIP list? Because I have my Black Friday challenge coming out. So hop over to her page, copy and paste it, put your own picture with it. And what the idea with that can be is for people who are reaching out to you saying, yes, put me on the list, you can then say, hey, listen, while you're waiting on that, tell me what your health goals are. Like, what are you looking to see for health goals? And then that can just lead you right into the momentum script of, feel, felt, found. I felt the same way. I had, lack of energy before I started these products. would you take a look at a video? And then it could lead you right into the healthy habits. You could sign somebody up before they actually even get the Black Friday specials, because it could be something where they're just like, okay, I'm ready to go now. Or you could say, now that I've given you all this information, how about if I reach out to you? Because you can kind of gauge where people are at. How about if I reach out to you with those Black Friday sales and see if it's something that you're interested in? And if not, close them off with the Healthy Habits Challenge. Does that make sense? Versus throwing Black Friday, Healthy Habits Challenge separately, you can work them all into being one thing. So I would make a list of people tonight. Just make a list of, say, 25 people that you need to touch base with that are in your funnel. And when you do your post, if you don't see anybody comment on it or like on it, maybe it's crickets, don't be, dismayed, because you can go back to Messenger with the people you've been talking to and say, hey, did you check out my post that I just did on my wall? And before they say yes or no, they'll usually go read the post, then they'll come back and say, oh yeah, I saw that. So then you can just kind of keep launching into that same scenario that I just talked about. Okay. And also between now and Black Friday, we have our virtual sip and share that I host on Thursday night, along with Natalie Fuller and her team. So there's that. You might have team virtual sip and shares of your own. I know Mike Listell does one on Wednesday nights. We have our messenger chats. So there's all kinds of things between now and Black Friday where you can still get them into things to give them more information. Because the best thing you want to do is get people full of information. Right. Okay, let's see. Where okay, so the other thing too was going into December, we're finishing up the year, like the last quarter of Q4. And it's also the last, from now until the end of December is the last quarter for Leaders Retreat. So one thing I would encourage everybody is, when you get off the call, go to your dashboard, see where your Leaders Retreat credits are, and know that you still have tons of time. Say you're sitting at 350 for credits, you still have lots of time to gather some extra credits. You don't want to leave it to the last of the month and in December and the last week and then be disappointed. But I've heard some people saying to me when I reach out to them about, where are you at? What's your goal? That sort of thing. They're kind of like, I'm really discouraged because I'm only at 350. And I'm like, no, that's great, because you're halfway through now. So if you got 350 up to this point, it's easy to get another 350 by the end of the month, by the end of the year, if not more, because we never know what's going to happen between now and then, right? So help one person go silver, I think, is 40 credits right there. So who can go silver on your team? So don't give up. Don't fall into that trap and that story of where, it's Christmas time, nobody wants to do this. Remember the story of Devin Crawford? He signed up on Christmas Day. Whoever would have thought that somebody signing up on Christmas Day would go silver before the end of the month, right in the heat of Christmas, and then within a few short months after that, go emerald. So you just never, ever know. But one thing's for sure, if you don't go forward with it, and you buy into that story that nobody's going to want to do anything at this time of year, then for sure you're not going to get to where your goal is, right? So just never give up on that. And another thing that really helps, and I find that I do this all the time, is because I always do my own shout out post for myself. I just always have my upline super quiet, so I just get the jump ahead on it before she can, because she's just just super quiet. So so I always do my next rank for Leaders Retreat as if I already have it. So say if I got level 1, I would already be doing my level 2 post, getting it ready for when I do get level 2 post. So that's just how I always do things in my head, because it's my visionary mind is like, no, this is happening, right? And then I'm just going to make it happen. So, and that kind of goes to on, so I was listening to a training call today, and it was about, it's all up to you. And yes, we all have teams on that we're working with, and we all have amazing people on our teams. But if you can have the mindset that it is all up to me, Like what I do is how my business is going to grow. No matter what's happening on your team, whether you have huge momentum or no momentum, if you always have that mindset that it's all up to me and you take ownership over your own personal business and what you do on your daily activities, then that'll get you to your goals of where you want to be. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so that leads us from, let me see. Okay, I talked about end of the year, end of quarter. What you do now is going to set you up for Q1 in January. so we're going to leave Q4 to Q1 because another thing that people have a problem with at this time of the year is thinking that it is Christmas time. I am so busy and I've got a full-time job. I'm trying to keep my side business going. I've got the kids. I've got, all the extra holiday things involved in that. So sometimes it's easy to play into that story of, this Plexus gig has to take a back burner because it's just taking up too much of my time. And so it doesn't have to be. If you map things out properly with your time, maybe get up an extra half hour earlier if you need to. Or the other thing, which I think is actually the really, really great thing and it's a good family tool, is to actually sit your family down around the table and say to them, listen, this is what our goal is, my goal is, and I'd like to include you in that for you to help me to reach this goal that will also help the family, finances, or maybe you have that you want to take them all to Florida with you when you go to leaders retreat. So that's the family goal. How are we going to make this happen as a family? Maybe Johnny can do the supper dishes. Maybe Susie can, do the floor mopping or whatever, right? There's always little tasks that children can do in the home too, if they know that they have a buy-in for it also. But if you're sitting in a corner on your phone and just head down all the time on your phone, they have no idea what's going on. And that's when frustration hits the family and nobody knows why mom isn't, engaging with the family. Versus if they know up ahead of time, they can be like, how you doing, mom? Like, did you get the girl you were talking to last week? How's she doing? Or how's your new girl working on her new products? It becomes very engaging with the family when they know what the expectation is of what's going on. Okay. So what we do now, even though you're working for Leaders Retreat in this month, this half of the month, and then into December, will set you up big time for January. So always be looking ahead, like not just focusing on this day, this month, but looking ahead. What am I doing today that is going to help me in January for Q1? And then also to hit that good momentum that comes in January through to the spring. Because if we're taking the foot off the gas pedal now, then it's going to have to be catch up time for January to get your funnel full again, get re-engaged, build those relationships back up. Versus if you're really putting the heat on now, then come January, they might not be ready now, but come January, because you've already laid that relationship building and you've been engaged with people. I have sticky notes all along the bottom of my computer of people that I've been talking to. So I will never forget during the day just to reach out and say hi. And that's sometimes all it takes is just, and I can see Emily, Kim, Deborah, Cheryl, like I just see their name there all the time. So they're always on my mind. And I can just say, oh, I haven't talked to Emily in the last couple of days. So I'll just reach out. Hey, Emily, how was your weekend? It's just keeping that funnel full so that I know Emily's not ready right now because we've talked. I know where she's at with things right at the moment. But come January, when she has that goal of changing her, New Year's resolution over and all that stuff, she'll be ready and she'll be like, Krista was always there when I needed her, just to chat. So keeping that funnel ready now is so important for the longevity in the new year. So that leads us into Super Saturday is January the 15th. And if you have not yet got registered, please register and even announce it either on your wall or in your stories. Tell your team page and tell your team in your chats, wherever you do all your talking with your team. I think every leader should now be registered because again, it's that vision mindset of I'm registering because this is the right thing to do for my team to lead out so they see me registering. And then also with that registration comes so many great things, such as those 3 VIP memberships, that if the price changes in January, they're going to come in really handy. They're not that handy right now. And I'll admit, I had no idea why we have them right now, because it's actually cheaper to do the SAM 2020, right? Because shipping it's almost the same as shipping. So, but maybe the price might change, and I don't know anything about that. It's not like me being secretive about that. I really don't know anything about the price of the membership in the new year. But just in case, I would hold off on using them until the new year, just in case there is a change. And then you have those 3 free signups, right? Because it is cheaper to use the SAM 2020 right now. So that is all of the really, juicy announcements that I have right at the moment. Black Friday will release, I'll be doing a teaser on the day before Black Friday because we have some of the product. So we will be doing a teaser about that. One of them in particularly is just absolutely amazing. It's a product, but it's something that I'm not going to say anymore because I won't be able to just kind of flub it through. But it is, I can't wait for it to come out because I'm going to like that one. So anything else? Anybody have any questions? I have just one more thing to say too. Oh, sorry. I'll just get,
sorry.
Yeah, just one section. I'll just have one more sec. I was just going to say this before I forget. I've been doing a line. Who else is in a line with Brooke Hemingway? So there's me, Irene, Stella. It is so, so good. And I'm learning so much from Brooke. And you can always, it's on Facebook, and she charges, I forget what the charge is now, but it's a very small fee for the amount of information that you get and how good it is. I saw Karen was on today with me with Work with Brooke, and it's where she actually, I mean, Brooke's a triple diamond. So she's double diamond and her husband's diamond. And the information she gives you is just so amazing to be part of that. So if in the, if now you can do it, or if in the new year, it will just really help you out to set the pace of how you want to work. Sometimes not everybody can get on the team calls. And even though everybody has great, aspirations to watch recordings, not always do the recordings happen or get watched. So what I like about it, Align, is I watch it and read through things at my own pace. I can't always show up myself, but I'll go back and do it. But the information is so, so great. So it's Align with Brooke Hemingway. If anybody wants, I'll put it back in the VIP chat. If anybody wants that information again, it's fabulous. Today was really good. Sorry, Shannon, what were you going to say?
Oh, all good. Was there supposed to be a collagen release? Were you going to mention?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, no problem.
I didn't have my note written down about that. Yes. So the collagen is coming out. I'm not going to say when, but it is in January. I will say that because we were supposed to have it in October. But it is coming out in January. Again, if you don't have collagen yet, if you haven't tried it, and you're wanting to promote it for the release, now would be a good time to order it. If you can, don't break the bank over it. If it's not in your budget this month, put it in your budget maybe for December. But definitely, you will see results in 2 weeks. It's an amazing product. And are you liking it, Karen? Yeah, it's amazing. Even Michaela asked me the other day, she said, did you get fillers? Because I've been doubling up on it. So she asked me if I got fillers in here. She said, just something looks different. She said, I think you are. And I was like, no, I'm not. But it is true. It's an amazing product. And so if you want to really have your own before and afters, now you don't have to have your own, but if you really want your audience to see you want to have some nice before and after. So it's a great idea to get some on your hands, NFR, so that you can actually have it when it's released and they know why you're really excited about it. But it is coming, and there's going to be all kinds of things around the collagen when it comes out, which will make it really fun for the release too. So we're excited about that.
Anything about Joyome?
It's going to be available in Canada, right?
Yes, yeah, the collagen is going to be in Canada from the Canadian cart. And no, Shannon, that the Joyome changed. Remember when we first went into COVID 2020, March 2020-ish, they took it off the market in Canada. It was because the retinol is such a high grade of retinol in it. And so all products in Canada that had that high grade that were not pharmaceutical prescriptions were moved out of Canadian carts. So any company that would have that kind of high grade on the shelf or in network marketing had that product removed. That's why we only have it in NFR, but that's the reason. And they have asked about, you know, do we want to change it? But we're just like, no, don't mess with that formula, you know, because it is such a great, unless they can come up with something different. That's where it is right now, unfortunately. But yeah, but we can still get it. So that's the good news. Yeah. Any other questions about anything?
I was going to ask you a question about the challenge. I noticed a lot of the names that we had on this last one, like we don't know anybody. They seem to all be American, or I don't know who they are.
Do you mean the new weight loss challenge?
Yeah. The one
The
we're
one-
on now, the one we just finished.
Yesterday. Is that
Um,
like Plexus? Because I know.
So is this 14-day challenge just Canada, or is it US as well?
No, it's US too. Yeah.
Okay.
So the main one running it is Joanna Slavin. So she's the one that she's diamond, her husband is sapphire, and her son, who's 19, is emerald. And so she's got some really cool things that she's doing, and she's quite a little go-getter too. So she's organized a lot of it. It's great to meet new people too, you know, so because Americans have some different flavor of how they do things. Canadians are a little bit more reserved. So it's just nice to see some of the friendships that develop from it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We could be kind of jealous of them at the same time though, because they have all their Black Friday things all laid out already. You want to go check it out?
Oh, they
I don't know
do?
if they're the same as ours. Yeah.
Oh,
They have
oh, oh.
Thanksgiving specials and Black Friday specials, and you have to order a
Those-
welcome pack to get something free.
Those little monkeys, they were not supposed to be posting about
It's
it.
all out there.
Oh, there you go. Well, go check it out. I try to be very careful but yeah, they're not supposed to be posting about it until it's ready to go. But
Yeah.
that's okay. Oh my goodness. Anybody else have anything? Awesome. Who's excited about 2022? I think I'm ready for a new year too. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Okay, well, Stella, let's do a draw and have a little bit of fun. So what I have is, I don't know if anybody saw these at the convention store, but they're like clay, and they are absorbent, and they fit into your car console where the mugs go, you know, like your driver's mugs and that. So I have them in my car, and I just absolutely love them. They look so nice. So they're really cool. So that's the first thing I'm going to draw for. Or Stella's going to drive me.
Okay, they're all going in here.
Awesome.
Irene LaHaven.
Woohoo, Irene, that'll look awesome in your car.
I'm sorry, what are they?
I know, when I first saw them on the thing, I was like, what are they? But I actually like them. So they fit in, like, you know, in your area where your mugs go,
Yeah.
your travel mugs, like
Okay.
at the bottom of it. So like when they're not in there, you see this little plexus.
Oh, cool. I like
Yeah.
it.
And they're absorbent. So
you.
if you have any little dribbles, it'll absorb them.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you so much. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. I'm glad
I
you
went
don't
to
have
buy
it because I was
those.
worried that somebody would have it.
I went
No,
to
I
buy
don't.
those and they were all sold out. I was so upset.
Oh, really?
I had a pair of those things before in my car and I loved it because as soon as you drop like coffee or anything, it would just like absorb it. So you wouldn't have that gunk in the bottom of
Yes.
your cup holders. They're awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Good. So the next thing is going to be a pop socket, like for your phone. It says Plexus on it. It looks kind of like a diamond.
Karen Lockhart.
Woo, Ken, way to go. Okay, I might as well do one more just for fun because I love giving stuff away. So, okay, so this is going to be for a t-shirt that says Wellness Warrior. Now, it is a size, a man's, like, it's a unisex small, but it's more like it would fit I guess a smaller man, but it's a nice generous size too. So,
Helen Reed.
woo, Helen, that's awesome. Way to go.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's so fun. Okay, I'll get those in the mail tomorrow, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's fun.
Awesome, thank you. And
You're so welcome.
Stella, you didn't put 3 or 4 names in for me, right? I said that earlier, but we don't want anybody, contesting my win here.
Yes, yes, I did, but no one's going to know.
Oh, gosh. Well, it's so
Krista?
great seeing everybody.
Krista, I was wondering if we can get the sample cards, the Plexus sample cards, because I use a ton of those belonging to the vendor groups. Like I send out a lot of samples
Okay,
and we can't order them anywhere. Like I got them from Maryland.
okay. I will
having-
ask, but you know what, I'll throw in on when I give you your t-shirt, I've got a lot of sample cards that I've gotten from, like, remember when we used to do the meetings at the
Yeah.
hotels and that from
Yeah.
a long time ago. So
Okay.
I'll throw those in, at least you can have those, but I will mention them on the focus group call tomorrow, so
Okay.
I'll
Oh, I
ask.
have a request then.
Yeah,
Product cards, because all the welcome packs are now digital. I looked into how can we get those product cards, because now that we're wanting to do more face-to-face. Anyways, they're not available, and yes, they're available in soft copy. And so anyways, customer service said, ask My Plexus Print if they'll print it for you. Well, we know that means we're going to pay a ton for shipping
Yes.
coming out of the state. So that's not a solution. Anyways, is there any way for us to get product cards, or if they could even create, how they have to create a special file for it to get printed digitally? Like when you go to
Yeah.
Staples, you can't just bring in a PDF file. If
Mm.
they could even create something like that for us to be able to bring it in so that we know what card type it is, all the measurements are there.
yes, that should be easy to do. I can't see why both the sample cards and those product cards, because we trained on using those to walk
Yeah,
around and just read off the product card, right? So,
yeah, and now they're not
The product
available.
cards came in
so-
our welcome kit.
They
yeah,
came in the
Right.
welcome kit, yeah,
Yeah.
but now that it's digital,
okay.
yes, you have the
I'll mention
online
that.
version, but
I'll mention that tomorrow for sure. Anything else? Anybody has anything else that they want, like ideas or anything? Irene?
I just have a question. I have loved that the sip and shares on Thursday have had a theme like fibromyalgia, IBS. Is
Yes.
there a theme for this Thursday?
Yeah, there was. I know it's husband and wives couples together. I think it might have been more of like, I'll get back to you about that. I'll put it in the VIP chat, but I think it was IBS again. And then there was endometriosis maybe. I think it was kind of a conglomeration, but you like the ones that are specific too?
I very much like that, because then when you've got someone who's got fibromyalgia or has IBS, it's easy. Here, let me share this call with you, and all the testimonies are related to that. It's so
Right.
impactful.
Yes,
Mhm.
I agree also. I'll mention that to the girls. Yeah, that's a good idea.
all right.
Do you think corporate would eventually give out 6 free samples or any samples for the messenger group one? That's
I don't
becoming
know. Yeah, I don't know
something
about that.
that's-
I can ask about that. Where people are doing so many of them, I don't know. I
Yeah,
shouldn't say.
that would be a
'cause I'm just
huge
saying.
amount to send out.
Yeah,
But also, how do you prove that they actually read it? It's
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
it's one, you have no way of proving that they actually attended it or read it or listened to the videos. It's-
yeah,
It's very
you
challenging
can test
that
them.
way.
yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of things you can incorporate for sure, but
That is one
Okay.
thing they are doing for the December 3rd Healthy Habits Challenge is there's a special word on a post that you have to put on the tracker sheet, and then they're gonna remove it the next day. So if you don't get it within the 24 hours, then that's how they're
Oh.
gonna keep that tracker, like, you know, to keep the minimum of people just filling it in, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so-
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, yeah. But yeah, I will ask about samples, unless I was thinking about those messenger chats too, because it seems like they're really doing well in other teams and things.
I've
Maybe
never
we,
had any luck.
yeah, maybe we need to start doing like, say if we have a guest of our own, we give a sample out. We say we're gonna give a sample out if we have a guest or something like that. But certainly couldn't give samples out to everybody because that would get too costly, but
Do
that
you
would
know
maybe,
if the US messenger chats, they give out the samples?
I'll find out.
I think
the-
Mike Listell's team,
Yeah, I just
does,
find that
but
where I find mine
it
don't
depends on who
really-
it is, but Mike does.
Mike, is
Okay.
it samples on his?
Uh-huh.
He
'Cause I
gives,
find
like,
the
if I
sip and
send
shares
a
work-
guest there, he'll make sure that guest will get samples.
But is
Really?
he sending it out or is corporate?
I think
He might
corporate
very
is.
well be doing it
I
himself.
don't get the thing that Mike sends out. I've been waiting for stuff from him for I don't know how long. Drinking
Yeah.
contest, I still didn't get my prize. I won dances, I still never got any prizes.
You know, I don't know about that.
You'll have to get on to him, Sandra.
He said I won the drinking contest, the pink drinking contest.
Never won my prize yet. And he never got it yet.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, dear. Okay,
That's what drinking.
I'll ask around and see what everybody's doing though for those messenger chats. Why? Because,
Want to see what happened at Plexus to it because they were supposed to send it to you.
okay.
What's the next guy?
I can't understand really why more people aren't taking advantage of the corporate sip and shares, because they give out a $25.75 coupon
Mhm.
as well as the 6 free slims. And
Yeah, and they did 2 draws.
and that $25, I always tell my person to use the second month.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
get
Or
that's
even
a
the
great
third month.
idea. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. Yeah,
So they get their, yeah, but
okay.
anyway, it's a
Yeah.
great incentive to
It
get people
is.
there, to tell them that
Sorry,
you're gonna
can you
give
repeat
them that.
Helen, there was a plane going by and I didn't hear what you said, but something about $25 and what is it?
$25.75 they get a coupon for, they can use till December 31st.
Where?
I don't know if they're gonna change that. That's all the corporate sip and shares.
I thought she
Yeah.
was only giving those
Oh,
out.
right now. Okay.
Yeah,
That wasn't every week.
Maybe
all the
what we
time.
could do is ask Deb if for the messenger chats, because that would be something they have to use it, right? Versus a sample. So we would
Yeah.
give them the extra $25 off for anybody that
Yes, I
wanted to
think I'd
sign
rather
up.
have that.
Yeah, within a certain time frame.
Mhm.
So I'll
Mhm.
ask Deb about that tomorrow. That would work better than just samples, because like you say, we're not sure if they're actually reading it.
Then if they had, if
Good
they did that,
ideas.
Krista,
What's
if
that?
they did that, Krista, would that mean that you wouldn't be able to use SAM 2020 or anything like that, right?
no,
You can only use one or the other, Helen?
yes.
Yeah. You can only use one.
So we always
So you would
suggest the SAM
use the
2020 when they
2020 for
sign
the
up.
First one, and
Yeah.
then
Oh,
$25 for the second month.
And it
Yeah.
takes the hit off the second month when it's a little
That's
higher.
brilliant,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so do
Okay.
ask for that, Krista, and we'll use Helen's brainy idea.
Well,
Okay.
you gotta have a corporate sip and share, Irene.
Yeah, yeah, Helen and I, we did one last Monday,
Yeah,
last Tuesday. And it was great because Marilyn was on there and Deb was on there. And they had the $25. There was the
gifts.
gifts, yeah, the samples, and then they did 2 draws for Plexus swag. And also if you bring 3 or more gifts, you get the red bag. The-
3 or
the
more
ambassador
guests, you
can
get the red bag automatically?
Yeah,
if you-
Or is the
Wow.
most-
Yep,
So anybody? So they could give out 5 bags?
well, no,
night?
no.
No,
If
sorry.
there's more than one person with 3, they take the highest, the
Okay.
ambassador that brings the highest amount of guests.
Okay.
Yes,
But there
the
was
red
also
bag.
something else that if you bring, and two of your ambassadors all bring three for a total of however many people, all three of you would get
Yeah.
one or something. There was something else. I wasn't sure how that ran. But it was
Oh,
really,
okay.
really neat. We had a great time.
Yeah, that was a good meeting.
Yeah, and it was really
When
nice.
when are those sip and shares?
Well, you book
You
them
book your own.
through Maryland. And that'd be really
You
nice.
just tell
if you
Marilyn
could-
whatever date you want to have
they
it.
want it.
It's what we
I
did
know,
in
but
the
the ones that
past,
are already
Irene.
done are in the Plexus in Canada event, right?
Yeah, it's what we
Yes.
did in
The
the
ones that are
past.
already booked. So
Yeah,
if I don't
they-
want to do one, I just go in there and I can go and participate in any one.
Mhm.
Yeah, they give you a flow chart to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
we have
very
to do it.
simple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it might be something you guys might want to do, Irene and Stella, for your teams.
Yeah, we
So-
already talked it through a couple times. Yeah. there was-
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you do them now, it would just be with the gifts and that, so that might be a
Yeah.
really
It's
nice
just
draw.
what we do is different than what corporate does. So
Yeah,
anyways, yeah, it's a conversation definitely in progress.
yeah, for sure.
Our French sip and shares, we run them the same way as corporate. So we have the two prizes and the samples that corporate gives us because they're English, and so we're doing the French. And
We don't
so
have the
corporate-
$25 though. We should try
No.
to get that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
Let's,
Yeah, I'm
let's
looking
get a
at-
message.
Just invite Deb. She doesn't have to understand anything anybody's saying if she doesn't know French. She knows French though, doesn't she?
Deb knows a little bit of French.
Yeah,
She's
Deb
French.
will
She's
come
once or
and-
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, tell her to come by anyway.
That's awesome. You guys are
This
awesome.
Thursday is at 9 or 8.
What, Sandra?
Is it at 9 or 8 this Thursday?
9 Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
there-
get, actually, I'll get the flyer out for that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was gonna wonder about that.
Okay.
Oh, I have one more question. So before January, is it that any ambassador that maybe wants to drop down to VIP, was corporate paying for them? Like, was it $1? Did I read that right? Or
What?
Or- was there
If they
something?
wanted to drop back from brand ambassador to VIP,
Yeah,
I don't
Was there
think there's any charge, is there?
no, okay.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they're up for their annual renewal, how does that go?
How did that go? I forget
'Cause I
how
have a
that
couple-
goes. Yeah, was it that, say if they were a VIP and they bumped up to?
No, if they're the
No?
other way, they're a brand ambassador, but they never intend to do the business. So I'm talking to them about changing to a VIP. Is there a cost for them to go from brand ambassador to VIP? And then which would they renew at? The VIP rate?
When it comes
I-
due, yes.
Well, if it's
I
this month.
I had one go down, there was no charges, and then the renewal is the 26 or whatever dollars. So it's the VIP renewal.
And what
we
would they do? Like, would they go on? How do they kind of go down themselves as an
They have to call
ambassador?
customer service.
Okay,
Mm.
Yeah, and there's a form as well that they can just fill out and it goes directly there.
okay.
So there is a paperwork, a step to get them to move down that level.
It's either you call or you fill it out. yeah.
Okay.
Is that the cancel of Plexus Ambassador membership form?
I'm not,
Because you get to tick off the box of what you want to do.
not sure.
I'll look for it in the thing there.
that wouldn't be a very good idea, because if they did that, they're not allowed to be an ambassador for 6 months. And in the next couple of months, if they got people on their team,
Mhm.
they would have to give them up.
That's what I was gonna
There has
ask,
to
is
be a better
whether,
way.
whether
Yeah,
that
but
was a
if
smart
they are
plan to
people
do or
that
not.
are not sharing at all now
would get
and have
product
no
card.
intention of sharing,
Yeah,
and they're really not even consistently ordering every month. Sometimes they're pushing their subs out.
right.
I think it's a better deal for them to be a VIP.
Absolutely.
price, yeah.
Yeah, saves in that
Okay.
membership. Yeah.
Mm.
Sounds
right.
good. Well, I think we worked out all the problems of the world. Well, it's so great being with you guys tonight, and just want to wish you guys all a great week. And again, for our BC people, stay safe and know that you're in our prayers. And so have a great, great week.
Thank you.
Bye all.
Okay, have a good
Thanks. Good
one.
night.
Bye,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Night.
Bye.